What are we going to do now? What are we doing now? Where are we at? What happened? Well, I don't know if I'll explain it here or in another video. This may just be a section that I cut out, chop up. As you can see, several, well, you can't see yet, but a bunch of changes have been made since we last spoke. It's been months. It has. So what we got going on? Well, behind me here, the Challenger is sitting over there. Why, you say? Thought we was working on it next. Well, some stuff come up. Good stuff, I reckon, that we're gonna do. So, what's on the list, you say? Yes, sir. What is that? That is the 66 satellite. Part of the reason the name Garage 66. Yep. Well, how come we took the Challenger off the lift and we put the 66 that was sitting out in the back South 40, or 0.4, more like it. It's 114 degrees in here, of course. Why is it on the lift? Well, because several months ago, in betwixt the time when I spoke and now, I asked my cousin, I said, be on the lookout for me a V8 running gear for a, old Mopar, carbureted variety. Thinking 318, old truck motor, whatever. What I was going to do with it is going to remain a secret for now, but anyway, he calls me up and he says, hey, I might have your motor. All right. He says, this guy brought this Chevrolet truck over here. Nope. I'm thinking, nope. Why? He knows me better. Why would he be calling me, telling me about a Chevrolet? Well, as it were, the feller that had the truck said the truck had too much power. It wouldn't do nothing to sit and spin. Couldn't get no traction at all. Too much power for him. Couldn't handle it. Scared him. I'm still thinking, why is he telling me all this? If he's going to try to sell me on an LS swap, nope. No. Not. Well, I'll continue to listen as he says. Well, the guy that had the truck before him is about dead broke, but he had this old 68 Chevrolet truck, wouldn't run, factory 6-cylinder, I believe, and he had a Winnebago and about $200 in his pocket. That was it. What does the fella do? He pulls the 440 Chrysler motor out of the Winnebago and crams it in the 68 Chevrolet C10 truck. True story. True story. Crazy as it sounds. Yep. I didn't get to see it sitting in there, which is good. But fella wanted this motorhome motor pulled out. Motorhome engine pulled out, and a small block Chevrolet put in its place. Bad for him, good for me. So, being we got the super deal on the big block Chrysler and a 727 transmission to go with it, with 40,000 original miles on it. Good boy. Well, Ben's in the Challenger and the Barracuda. We won't put late model Hemis in them. So what are we gonna do with this here 440? Why would I do that, he says? Well, let's go have a gander. Now, you gotta understand, I think we've talked about this before, the body on this car, not good. It's about in the same shape as the Challenger and the Barracuda. Maybe a little worse, maybe not, some places. Depends on how you look at it. But, let's go look at the bottom. Now, this car being from up north, let's cut this fan off, too noisy. Yeah, boy. Now, this car being from up north, as I was saying, you would think it would be rusted completely out, just like these here quarter panels are. But that's on the body. Look at it. Whole. But that's on the body that they didn't undercoat. But they undercoated the rest of the underside of the car. Yep. So back here, right there. That's the inside of the wheel well. Spare tire well. Rock solid. Let's move on up here. Right here, not sure what that bolt's for, but that right there. And there. And the seat bolts. So, this point right here is where your feet usually go. Look at that. Can you see that? Look at that. Gas pedal. Still got the bolts on it. No hole. Still got the original two little holes. Do. Floorboard. Look at that floorboard. Look back here. Rear footwell. No rust. None. Frame rails. So, the underside of this car is solid. Yep. So that's where we're at. Now, back here, we've also dug out the old truck. Cranked him up. Gonna piddle around with him some. Get him ready to go down the road to somebody else to fund some of this other stuff. Now, in the last video, I pointed and said, we're gonna finish the platform right there. I'll put that clip right here. Because we're gonna finish, you can see how far the platform's supposed to go. The one that's got the charger up on it, it's supposed to go all the way to right there. Boop. So I'm gonna finish that and said that's where we're gonna put the office. Guess what? I was right there. Guess what up there? Look at her. Ooh. Look at that. Not my head. Look at that. Look at this. Go down here. Look at that. Yeah, boy. We got the plates, the name tag, whatever you want to call it, letters, off the original Garage 66. They're right there. That's the window out of the office. Back in my office. Oh. You boy, look at all that. Even up my staircase over here. Look at this. Ooh-wee. See, here's our charger. Last video, we set that up there with the forklift. Remember? None of that was there. That's what I've been doing over the last how many months. I don't even know how to figure it up. I have to go watch the video and see when it played. Several months ago. Anyway, staircase. Once I finish the inside, we'll go for a tour of it, but it ain't done yet. However, what is done about it is the fact that inside it, the mini split is cooking away, and it is a balmy 68 degrees in there. Oh yeah. When it's like 95 out here. But that's where we're at. So, what are we going to do for the rest of this video? Well, for the rest of this video, what we're going to do is, y'all remember me pressure washing the 67 and going and getting it. What's still sitting out there? All of this that's good up under here ain't good up under there. No. But it's good up under here. So, let's go look at some of the stuff we got. So we got paint the engine. We got some clear coat. We got springs, shackles. We got brand new springs, rear springs. I hate wore out springs and back of the car dragging the ground. Hate it. Got a set of big block aluminum valve covers. There's other stuff in all this box. Don't remember what it is. All of it. Some of it, most of it's suspension stuff. We got oil pan, because it's got a truck oil pan on it. Yep, sure enough it does. There's the car oil pan. I got it. So, and it's got the dimple in it. It's a C-body oil pan. What can you do with a C-body oil pan? You stick a big block in an A-body with it. So if you can get that kind of oil pan, and it's made extra thick, why not? You never know when you're going to yank it out of here and stick it in a A-body. We get froggy, you might do anything. Anyway, and all that. Front end suspension components. I also realized I was about to spend several $100s on a disc brake conversion. Then I realized, why would I do that? The old Charger's metal up there got everything I need to convert that to disc brakes. Yep. Sweet, right? Right. So, over the course of this video or the next couple of videos, we are going to pressure wash the beautifully red trunk pan and probably the interior once I get it completely cleaned out. It was that deep in rat turds. It was. And we'll cut the janky exhaust system off in it. I've already tested the rear end. It is a 323 positive unit. Oh yeah. So that's what we're gonna start doing. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna pull the whole front K member off of it. Why you gonna do that? You said. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the K member on my little heavy duty roll around table and put all new front end suspension components on it and the engine and transmission, and then lower the car down on it and all at one time. Then all we gotta do is put shocks on it, put the upper A-arms on, push them up in there and hook them up. It's hooked up. All we gotta do after that is wiring. The wiring any good? I don't know. But year one has an underhood harness for like $200. All brand new stuff. Is it everything? I don't know. Seems awful cheap. But we're gonna get that, and I figure between that and what's in there, we should be able to make it run. Maybe not all the gauges working, but you know, as long as you know you got oil pressure, as long as you know you ain't running hot. If you run out of gas, so what? Let's go get some more. Yep, that's what we're doing for now. There she be, about on the ground. Let the pressure washing ensue. I won't suffer you through all the details. I'll just show you the after effects when I'm done. Well, guess what now? I just finished pressure washing. Check this puppy out. Look at that trunk pan right there. Almost the same. I ain't gonna paint it back red. I ain't crazy about red cars. Besides, the one I'm modeling this one after, my original, 30 years ago, was Citron Gold, just like this one was originally. Let's go look at the front. Happy day. Yeah, boy. Cleansed. Yep. Yep. Well, yep. What have we been doing today? Well, what we've been doing today, yeah, look up under here. Look right there. 8 3/4 B-body rear end. Where'd it come from? Pew. The red satellite. Yep. Well, I reckon, well, them over the leaf springs that are 58 years old. Ain't a whole lot of spring left in them. But, like I said in the earlier video, we got some more right over there. We do. Yep, got some shocks on the way. I don't think these are any good. Nope. 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 I fought with the emergency brake cables a little bit. Realized I could get them pretty cheap. Cut. Let me show you. Cut both ends. I had the rear end out and realized I was still connected right here. I didn't pull the clips out. Not good. And went ahead and cut the brake line while I was at it. The exhaust that was hanging up under here is no longer. So we just unbolted these puppies. Now what we're gonna do with this rear end here, since it does feel good and tight, ordered new drums, hardware kits, both sides, all the springs and goodies, wheel cylinders. Now, we're gonna clean this puppy up, give her a shot of black. Yep. Now, what I did notice, see that bugger weld right there? You gotta look out for that. What does that mean? Well, that means that somebody welded these spring perches on here. So what, right? Well, I noticed that the pinion angle, what is the pinion angle, you say? Well, the pinion angle, see this angle of the pinion right here? If you was to put a level right there, or an angle finder right there, minus 90 degrees, will give you, that's the pinion angle, as it is up in the rear end. Why is that important, you say? Well, if you don't get the pinion angle right, and you get the pinion angle pointed too much at the rear end, you get wheel hop. Not kidding. Bad wheel hop. You don't want that. Basically, the couple of degree or so of the transmission, you want to match that. Opposite that. So that the drive shaft's got a little bit of a to it. Then you have room for that rear end to twist on. Yep. I'm gonna have to do a little research on that. So what we'll do is we'll get our springs poked back up in here and mounted good. And then we'll set the rear end on it and we'll test said pinion angle. And if it's wrong, we'll have to cut them puppies off and put more on it. Hopefully without bugger welding them like I was welded the first time. I believe we can do a little bit better than that's on there. But if it's okay, we'll go with the booger. Yep. Well, what have we done today? Well, unfortunately, since the camera wasn't on, you don't get to see much. But where we at? So I took my handy dandy cart full of junk here that I put some good heavy duty wheels on. I built it heavy duty several years ago. Anyway, what have we got on it? What? So what we did was, I took my handy dandy cart and I dropped the rear end down on it instead of dropping it into the floor. Why? Because look. I don't have to get down on the floor to work on it. It's right here. Face level. Yep. What else? Well, it does move. What have we got over here? What is this? This is the entirety of the front suspension. Well, I got an A-arm laying over on the floor. I had to take off. Separate. Because I had a bolt stuck in it. Anyway. Look. motor mounts, K-member, the whole nine, as they would say. What you take it out like that for? Remember the whole head thing? That's wrong. Because we're going to rebuild it with all new goodies. Yep. And swap it over to disc brakes with some stuff off the Charger piece we got back there. And I figured it would be much easier to do right here. So the plan is, if we was to even have one, is we're gonna leave that nugget right there. And then what we're gonna do is, we're gonna take the rear end, go through it, new brakes, drums, got them all, got all that good stuff. Reseal the rear end. You can see somebody put orange RTV on it for a gasket. Nope. And then we're gonna make sure all it's real good. I got wheel cylinders. I think I do. Whole 9 yards. Make sure all that's handy dandy. And then we're gonna put the rear end with the brand new leaf springs back up under it. Now, after we do that, we'll center this K-member on our little table here. We'll go through it, put all the goodies in it, and then probably what I'm gonna do is put the engine on it. What for, you say? Well, from the factory, that's how they put them together. They had that K-member right there out on something, and they either lifted it up to under the body with the engine on it or set the body down on it. You know that? Yep, sure enough. I didn't set the engine in it after all that was on it. The engine was on that, and up from the bottom she goes. That's what we're gonna do. Sure enough. Sure enough. Hopefully with the headers and all on it. Just take it up there. 4 bolts, boop, boop, boop. Throw the cross-member transmission cross-member in it, and boom. I will have to do some wiring. What do you think? I think so. I think that's the way we're gonna do it. So, maybe in the next video, you'll get to see set 8 3/4 go back in the car with all new goodies on it, and then we'll start on the front end. What else we gonna do, you says? Well, what we're gonna do is, since we're going back the original Citron Gold with the car, and all Mopars are painted the same color under the hood as the car. Well, you don't want to try to paint all that after motor in it, do you? Nope. 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 So, what better opportune time to get all that red out of the engine compartment and put some green back on the engine compartment than when it ain't nothing but a big open hole. We can drop it down on ourselves and climb up in there and look at it face level. Sand it up, scuff it up, clean it up, paint it up. And there you go. Done got the paint and all, do the whole engine compartment. Citron Gold. Yeah, boy. Now from the factory, they painted it the same gloss as the car. We're not going flat under the hood. Going original color, but flat under the hood. Just an idea I had. I think it'll look good. All right. Moving right along. Well, guess what? We're off to our next adventure. Trailer loaded up, spur wheels and tires. Got the tools in there, lug nuts, so forth. Checked everything out. I think I've got everything. Had to fix the ramps. Bowed them up pretty good. Trying to haul a 8,500 pound skid steer on a jinky car trailer. U-shaped them even. Had to fix them. Anyway, what are we going after? Remains to be seen, doesn't it? We'll see. I'll be back. Well, after a long, arduous journey to Kentucky and back, we're back. Guess what? Where? Your boy. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Why would you buy another one of the same car? Well, I like these cars. No. The red one, / originally Citroen Gold one, didn't have a console. My original Citroen Gold car had a Citroen Gold console. That car's got a console in it, but it's 4-speed console and it's black. I may have already said that, but fail. That don't work. Look at this. Let me go to the other side. She didn't get her. What is it she says? That is a Citroen Gold console. Yes, sir, indeed it is. I just admit it, but that's what I bought the whole car for. That console. Now, the problem is, yep, you're right. That is the problem. The problem is, this car looks pretty good. Yep. It's kind of opposite the other car. The other car, the sheet metal, ain't worth crap. The outside body, nope. Underside of the car, solid as a rock. This one, nope. Nope. Boom. Whole bunch of them. All the way through. I mean, all the way through, son. Plumb through the earth. Yep, that's it. Sure enough. History Flintstone car. There's a whole bunch of different stuff people call it, but rotten is the key phrase here. But this ain't hard to replace. So what to do? What is a feller supposed to do? Fix it? Cut it up in pieces and part it out? That truly would be a crying shame. or till we fix it up. So we nab my console and then put black interior in this one. Because I'm digging the dark green. Got all that, didn't you? Yep. Yeah, boy. Metal. Metal. Stand back here and ooh a minute. Ooh. You know what I mean? Ooh. Tail lights are good. You know. Anyway, it was a long journey to get it and drag it home, so I'm tired. And we'll get back to this at a later date. Tomorrow? Nope. Next day? Nope. Maybe next weekend. It'll only seem like mere moments to you on video, but we'll get back to it. Decide what we're gonna do with it. Yep. Well, and there we have it. Clean. Looks even better now. Imagine that. Oh. Over the course of the next few days, we might just see if we can get the 273 running. It's in the car, turns over. Don't turn over by the switch. But I ain't stuck a battery in it. Now, one thing you don't want to do is pressure wash a car like that. Blow a whole bunch of water in the wire and then stick a battery in it. Nope. 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 So we can't do that today because we just did. But tomorrow it's supposed to be like 114 as it's been. And that should dry it up pretty good. Reckon? I reckon. Of course, this video will be packed up because you don't want to see all of that I just did, because it's like 40 minutes long. We'll do some more interesting stuff. Yeah, boy. But nevertheless, good purchase of a car. Good purchase of a car. Yeah, boy. The more I look at the green, the more I like it. Well, yeah. Where we at today? We're in the shop. Of course, that's what we got up in here. Yep. The new. Well, not new. New to me. New to us. 66 Satellite. Now, what all we got here? Well, what we got here is we got said factory 273. The smallest V8 they made. But it's V8. That's all that matters, really. If it's 600, I wouldn't even fool with it. But what we're gonna do is we got the new carb on it. I don't know if you can see that yet, but we got new plugs in it. I think I failed them. I'm gonna try them anyway. We are going to see if we can get this sucker to fire today. I don't know if it's got the least little bit of liquid compression. Probably don't. I've let the ring sit for a minute in a lubricant. Maybe they'll break free and seal up against the block. Probably not. Anyway, that's what we're gonna do. So I'll stitch things up and we'll just get right in here. How about that? Yep. Now we wore it. I got them numbered. So, guess what the conclusion is. The conclusion is this motor ain't got no compression. We got fuel. We got fire. We're firing like a dog. I mean, big time. Good. With a new coil. It ain't hitting. Well, the three things you gotta have. You gotta have spark, you gotta have fuel, four things. You gotta have air, and you gotta have compression. I don't think we got there. I'm gonna pull the plug out, make sure I just didn't kill the plug last time. May have. I don't think so. I don't think that's it. I'm gonna pull one out and see. Well, what are we doing now? Well, been a while, again. I'm gonna take a combination of all these little snippet of videos and probably make one and just put it on there, let y'all know where I'm at, which is in the garage, of course. So, what have I decided to do? Well, so I've been looking this here car over. The green one, like it a lot, other than this. You see that? It's rock tan. The floorboards, I thought, well, let's throw some floorboards in this puppy. Yep. But on further inspection, the inner rockers are pretty much shot. The frame rails, they're intact, but the pitting of rust in them, they would really warrant replacement. Along with the torsion bar cross member and So we're talking front frame rails, rear frame rails, it's rusty. But the body looks good. I think I said it before. You've got this one. The underside of it is done. Rotted away. Now we can replace all that. Yep, piece by piece. But so we can replace all the whole underside of that car. Or we could replace all the body panels of this car. Here's the same car. 66 Plymouth Satellite. This here car came with electric windows and a 361. It was originally Citron Gold inside and out, which is what I bought the console in that other car for, which is what I bought that car for. A console. Anyway, the body of this one, as you can see, is rotted off in it. You boy. But look up here. See that right there? Look at that. What is all that, you says? That's frame rail. Yep. Solid as a rock. Little surface rusty up in here. I got one little patch needs to go in right there. Not bad. But there's your inner rocker panels. You can see from down here. They're in good shape. Rear frame rails. Got all that right there. So, pondering and thinking and pondering and thinking, how do you make 1 + 1 equal 2? Or do you make 1 + 1 equal 1? So here's what I'm thinking. I could spend $2,000 more. That'd be more than that. Be about $3,000 more and put everything under this car. I could spend about that same amount and put everything on the outside of that car. Or I could unbolt everything that will unbolt off of this car. Fenders, bumpers, doors, hood, trunk, off of this. That'd make me good sheet metal, bolt-on sheet metal for that. Here's what I'm thinking. We'll take this pretty little piece right here off. We'll cut the roof off of this. We'll figure out a good place to cut her up in here. Might just go right down through there, right down through there, and across the front on the factory seams to pull the factory seams apart. Pull that out. And then go in and cut the inner structure out from the rear part of the body of this car. The rear quarter panel, rocker panel, Dutchman panel, rails around the trunk, and then about halfway through the taillights. Because it's rusted out under the taillights. Tell me how that happened. Anyway, and cut the back half of this car off without messing any of that beautiful patina up. Cut it off there from the inside out. Now, I'll take the jack car over there. And cut the outside off of him. And drop this one down on it. Yep. What I have ciphered out is that would be about half the work of replacing the underside of this one completely and the outside of that one completely. Plus, other than time and welding wire, it'd be free. It's hard to beat free. It's real hard to beat free. So, that's where I'm going to end this video for now, probably. The next one, I think we'll get started on that stuff, doing that. As you can tell, I jumped from one project to the other. My mind is a one-track train, but I jump tracks quite often, actually, but what else I got to do? You know, I get up, I go to work, I come down here and have fun. The fun I have during the day is, while I'm down here, it could be a multitude of things. Till next time.